the squad leader may decide to transition to the long halt posture and strong point the position. A long halt posture is removing your rucksack, placing it on the ground, frame down, and quietly pulling security behind it on your assigned sector of fire. The squad leader accomplishes this by designating the appropriate clock positions, typically at the 10, 2, 4, and 8 o'clock locations, to his team leaders. The team leaders then place 2 or more men at those positions. While the team leaders are doing this, the squad leader places the machine gun team. Strong pointing allows personnel to keep each other alert, accomplish some limited priorities of work such as drinking water and adjusting gear. As the team leaders place their men in the long halt posture, they assign each position hasty sectors of fire. The team leaders must ensure that their men's sectors of fire interlock with the position to their left and right approximately 35 meters out. As a courtesy, the lead fire team leader will check with the trail team's man at the 8 o'clock position to ensure he has interlocking sectors of fire out to 35 meters at the 9 o'clock position. The trail fire team leader will do the same with the lead fire team leader's man at the 4 o'clock position to ensure he has good interlocking sectors of fire out to 35 meters at the 3 o'clock position. Additionally, as the team leaders place their men into the long halt posture, they will, at a minimum, disseminate the reason for the halt, show the squad's current location on the map, and the distance and direction for the next movement. Once the machine gun team has been placed, any further dissemination of information to that gun team is the responsibility of the team leader whose side of the perimeter the gun team is placed. The machine gun will have a primary sector of fire and possibly a secondary sector of fire. Note that the machine gun holds a sector of fire that is independent of the squad's sector of fire. This is so that if the tactical situation changes, the squad leader will have the flexibility to move the gun from one side of the perimeter to the other, without creating a gap in the squad's sectors of fire. Additionally, the machine gun team is usually given a principal direction of fire, such as, orient your fires on that road intersection. After all the men in the squad are placed into the long halt posture, the team leaders will return to the squad leader's position in the center of the perimeter. The squad leader will spot check the perimeter to ensure that his task, conditions, and standards have been met. Once the squad leader is satisfied with the perimeter, he will, at that time, give further guidance to his team leaders. When the squad leader is ready to move out, he will issue task, condition, and standards to the team leaders in order to get their men ready to move. The team leaders direct their positions to put themselves in a short halt posture, with one man pulling security for the other. Once the squad leader receives a thumbs up from both team leaders, and the entire squad is in the short halt, the squad leader gives the hand and arm signal to move out to the lead fire team leader. The lead fire team leader moves to the apex of his fire team and moves out in the direction of travel. The squad is vulnerable as security tends to decline when the squad or element is starting to move out. Therefore, it is important that everyone does not stand up and start moving at the same time. After the lead team leader has moved approximately 10 meters, the automatic rifleman and rifleman compass man from the lead team will pick up and start to move out. After they have moved approximately 10 meters, the grenadier from the lead team will pick up and begin to move. The squad leader will wait for the last man of the lead team to go to the appropriate distance based on the movement technique being used before he issues the hand and arm signal to the headquarters element to pick up and begin moving. The remainder of the squad members and teams will pick up and move out in this sequential manner. For example, if they are using the traveling overwatch technique, the squad leader will wait until there is approximately 50 meters between his element and the lead fire team before he picks up and moves out. While moving during the hours of limited visibility, most likely the hours of darkness, the lead fire team leader may find it necessary to call a halt. Because of the darkness, he may not be able to use hand and arm signals. Therefore, once the lead fire team leader has moved to an area that is large enough to provide cover and concealment for the entire squad, he will turn around, close the distance with the man behind him, and if necessary, place his hand in the center of that man's chest and tell him to halt. Once he has issued the command to halt, the lead fireteam leader will assume a short halt posture. The command to halt will continue to be passed back from man to man in the same manner. After receiving the command to halt, those personnel in the right column, or right flank, of the modified wedge will continue moving forward until they have achieved interlocking sectors of fire with the men to their front and rear. Then face to the right, take 2 or 3 steps to the nearest covered and concealed position, and assume the short halt posture. The personnel in the left column, or left flank, will do the same, with the exception of facing to the left. This will allow a path for the leadership to move about the squad in the center of the perimeter. Since the lead fireteam leader called the halt, the squad leader will move up to the lead team leader's location to find out why he has called the halt. En route, the squad leader will spot check the personnel in the lead fireteam to ensure that they are in a good short halt posture. Simultaneously, the trail fireteam leader will ensure that his grenadier is pulling rear security and spot check his men to ensure that they are in a good short halt posture behind available cover and concealment while he moves forward to the squad leader's last known location, spot checking the headquarters personnel en route. Once at the squad leader's last known location, he will wait for further guidance. If the squad leader wanted to move out at this time, he would give the team leaders task, conditions, and standards in preparation for movement, then continue to move. If the squad leader deems it necessary to call a halt while moving during periods of limited visibility, he can pass the command to halt forward to the lead fireteam leader by either physically moving up to his position or by calling him on the radio. To pass the command to halt forward, the squad leader would move up to the man in front of him, grab him by the shoulder, and whisper in his ear, "Halt." The command to halt would be passed from man to man, all the way up to the lead fireteam leader in this manner. Once the lead fireteam leader received the command to halt, the squad would halt in the same manner as previously described. Because the squad leader called the halt, the team leaders moved to his location to receive instructions. The lead fireteam leader will have the rifleman compass man assume frontal security from the 10 o'clock to the 2 o'clock. He will also spot check his fire team to ensure that they are in a good short halt posture as he works his way back to the squad leader's location. At the same time, the trail fire team leader will ensure that the last man in his team is pulling rear security from the 4 o'clock to the 8 o'clock. He will then spot check his team to ensure that they are in a good short halt posture. While en route to the squad leader's location, he will also check the headquarters element to ensure that they are in a good short halt posture. As before, once the team leaders reach the squad leader's location, the squad leader will brief them on the reason for the halt. The squad leader will then conduct SILs. During periods of limited visibility, he will tell the team leaders to inform their men SILs will start now and terminate when a leader comes back to their location and tells them it is complete. Again, SILs will last for 3 to 5 minutes or for as long as the squad leader deems necessary. The squad leader may decide to transition to the long halt posture and strong point the position. The squad leader places the machine gun, designates the appropriate clock positions, and the team leaders place their men as previously described during good visibility. The team leader will use a laser designator or compass azimuth to assign each man's left and right limit for his sector of fire. As before, the team leaders disseminate pertinent information to their men. For example, a team leader may brief,
"We halted because this is the security halt prior to the patrol base. We're currently located at Golf Alpha 123456. Our next movement is 200 meters on a 190-degree azimuth to the patrol base."
When the squad leader is ready to move out, he will issue task conditions and standards to the team leaders in order to get their men ready to move. The team leaders direct the positions to put themselves in the short halt posture and account for personnel, weapons, and equipment. Once the trail fire team leader's team is ready to move out, he will move to the squad leader's location and tell him that his team is prepared to move. The squad leader then directs the trail fire team leader to move forward to the front of the formation, approximately 2 to 3 paces in front of the lead fire team leader's position to establish a choke point. The squad leader follows the trail team leader up to the front of the formation until he is face to face with the lead team leader. There, the squad leader will verify that the lead fire team leader's team is prepared to move. Once verified that all elements are ready to move and the choke point is established, he will tap the lead fire team leader on the shoulder and tell him to move out. The lead fire team leader turns to the man behind him and places his hand on the man's chest and tells him, "We're moving." This signal is passed back until it reaches the last man in the patrol. The lead team leader then gets up and moves in the direction of travel, ensuring that he is physically counted out by the trail team leader at the choke point and that the man behind him is up and moving. Each man will wait until the man in front of him has moved approximately 3 to 5 meters before they get up from the short halt posture. When the trail team leader has counted everyone out of the security halt, he will take up his place in the formation and ensure that the grenadier is behind him. The trail team leader then passes up the results of the head count by moving to the man traveling in front of him, grabbing him by the shoulder, and whispering in his ear either head count good, if they have everyone, or head count bad, if his count of personnel is short. The head count is passed in a zigzag fashion forward from man to man until it reaches the lead fire team leader. If the head count was good, then the lead fire team leader passes head count good back in a zigzag fashion until it reaches the trail team leader. This lets the leadership know that information was disseminated and that there are no breaks in contact. If the head count result was bad, the squad leader can either call for a head count to be sent back from the lead team leader while continuing to move, or he can halt the patrol and physically count every man. This period of instruction covered the Fireteam Wedge, movement techniques, effects of vegetation and visibility, the modified wedge, and security halts.